Hello and welcome to the Lund University International Podcast. On the show, you'll hear from current students, alumni, researchers, professors, and many more special guests as we explore what it's really like to live, study, and work at Lund University in Sweden, a world top 100 university. My name is Tim Parker, and I am an International Communications Officer at External Relations. Career opportunities are always at the top of the priority list for international students, and one of the best ways to build your professional network is by attending a career fair. Lund University offers an extensive range of fairs for all subject areas and career paths, but today we're looking at ARKAD, the fair for engineering and architecture students, and the largest career fair in Scandinavia. With 175 exhibitors in 2024, ARKAD offers incredible opportunities to find internships, thesis projects, summer jobs, and full-time positions. Tune in to learn how you can make the most of this fantastic event. And with us to talk about this career fair, we have two guests. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Timothy. I'm Maria Sörensson. I'm a study and career counselor and advisor at the Faculty of Engineering, and specifically one of the engineering programs, Engineering Non-Science.
Thank you for being here, Maria.
Thank you.
You have also partaken in a staff takeover on our international Instagram account, which was fantastic. So thank you for doing that as well.
That was very fun. Thank you, Tim.
It was fun all around. Everyone loved it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dhanashree Darade, but you guys can call me Shri. It's much simple and short. I'm studying Sustainable Energy Engineering at LTH, and this is my second year. I'm currently writing my thesis, and I've attended the ARKAD like twice now, and it has been a fun experience.
Fantastic. So you've been twice.
Yes.
Brilliant. And Maria, you've been many times.
It's about 25.
Okay, there we go. Now it's in. There we go. We have the staff and the student perspective.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Maria, what is the ARKAD Career Fair?
The ARKAD Career Fair is actually a meeting point. So students and employers are supposed to meet up and talk to each other. The students to ask questions, the employer or HR persons that represent the employers to ask questions as well. So it's about communication between the two groups.
Yeah.
That's what it is, really.
In addition to that, I have a few of my senior friends who have been on both sides of. I have been on the receiving end as a student, and I have one of my friends who was in the technical department of their company. And it's not just HR in this. There were people coming from these specific departments looking for new talent, looking for networking, and just having a nice conversation with new students. Yeah.
Yes, it's supposed to be very productive, and that's the what we aim for, all of us that participate in this fair.
Yeah. During the first year of my attending the event, I was a bit nervous. Being in a new country, not knowing the language, not knowing if the recruiters are looking for someone who's speaking in Swedish. But fortunately, everyone was very welcoming. The event was very well organized. I got to know where each company stand is beforehand. I did some planning beforehand, and I feel it was very well planned. And I got to talk to a lot of people, get my nervousness off, and everyone was just very comfortable. So, just don't go for the free stuff. Go to talk to people. It's a really nice experience. It will help you get rid of your shyness, which I feel is a big thing for international students as well, like me.
That's a very good point, Shin. me and my colleagues, we try to make our students prepare really well before they go to ARKAD. At least look the companies up in the ARKAD app.
Exactly.
See what kind you said standards. Yes. What do they offer as an employer, these companies, and what kind of help can you get from the employer? As was mentioned before, trainees or thesis or summer jobs or whatever. So this is very important to prepare, to know why is this company here? What do they want? What do they need? And so I can just step forward and I can ask them the questions I want an answer to and tell them, I've seen that you are doing this and that, and I'm so interested in that, and I would like to blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. I mean, along with the company websites, a lot of companies these days put their upcoming projects and everything on LinkedIn as well. So that is a very good point. You can go to the company's LinkedIn page, see if they have any internships or summer things, thesis you are interested in, and just, that could be a starting point for your conversation.
Yes. We also give the students at LTH possibility to train on a pitch. So we teach them how to make a proper pitch. And then we tell them, I was thinking of what you said about nervousness.
Yeah.
That you can try and you can look up companies that are not so extremely interesting for you. And you can try your pitch for the first time on them. And then you look up the companies that you're really attracted to.
That's a great idea.
And then you do your pitch, and then you're warm. And yes.
I did that.
In 2024, there were 175 exhibitors. That's a lot.
That's very, very much. ARKAD has been larger and, of course, smaller. But there is, at some point, it gets too large.
Okay.
Yes.
Too many opportunities?
Yeah, but, you can't collect all these exhibitors at one spot. You have to use several houses. And how good is that to have the people running to and fro these different houses? So maybe 175 would be good, not more than that.
Okay. We've reached peak ARKAD.
I think so myself. And actually, I think the arrangers, the arrangement committee, think so too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Out of those 175, I'm interested to know who was there.
From what I remember, the main companies which I was interested in and were there, one of the biggest Swedish companies, IKEA was there.
Okay, there we go.
Ding, ding, ding. IKEA was there. We have local companies from Lund, Alfa Laval, Tetra Pak. I remember Saab was there. Maybe you can add some
companies within energy systems, for instance, or transportations.
Vattenfall was there. Yeah.
Construction and so on. Yes, and biomedicine and lots of other, but mostly big companies, and some in the middle size. But I lack the very small companies, the minor companies, the startups that don't have a lot of money to spend on participate in ARKAD.
Okay.
Because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is a bit a shame. And then, of course, ARKAD is filling up a tradition, a historic tradition of presenting employers that match with these old, big engineering programs like machine, technology, engineering, physics, urban planning and biochemistry and so on. But for the interdisciplinary programs, there aren't so many employers that are interesting or even interested in the visitors.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think is not good is when the representative for the employer says, which program do you study?
Mm-hmm.
And if you would answer, you would say N.
Yeah.
Yes. But if one would answer something else that is a newer, more modern and or interdisciplinary program, the representative of the employer would probably say, we don't have anything for you, which is a shame. So that's why me and my colleague Karin, we give these lunch talks, lunch presentations for all the students in LTH. How to present your competencies, not just saying the name of the study program, but really put in words what the study program has taught you. What kind of competencies? That's more productive when you talk to an HR person, human relation person.
I completely agree with you because what happens is when you mention the name of your program, I feel it kind of restricts you. You have learned so many things when you study the program, and those are the things which you should talk about. Oh, I worked on this project. Oh, I worked on this. Maybe the HR person is not very familiar with your program name, but he might be interested in the project that you worked on.
Yes.
And that could, maybe lead somewhere. And I feel that is a very, very great idea for a conversation.
Very wise of you to say it like that. Thank you. Yes, and but we have so young students at this faculty, and they haven't learned really to put in words what they're good at, what they're skilled in. That's something that comes with age as well.
Completely agree.
And so you have to really think about that before you go to ARKAD and talk to HR people. What are my skills, and what makes me inspired, and what kind of work, like you told me about the projects, being involved in a project. So what has this project taught me as a person? Am I good at connecting people within the project group? Am I good at pointing out the direction? Or what other kinds of skills do I have working in a project? Now, that is also interesting for a potential employer to hear you say.
Yeah. Rather than just saying like, oh, I'm great at teamwork, I'm great at leadership, you could say that, oh, we worked on this project and, I was able to decide the timeline. I was able to get people together.
Yes.
One of them was not very, not helping too much, and we as a team were able to, pull him up. So rather than just listing out the qualities, give them examples.
Yes.
Rather than being direct. Elaborate, give them supporting words.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of job opportunities are available through ARKAD?
I'd say most kind of opportunities, full-time.
Internships, summer jobs?
Yes, definitely.
Thesis projects?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and many students ask for that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Shree is nodding here.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's a good way of getting to know work life, this particular company, and also showing the people there what you're able to, what you can manage, and all of your skills. So we're really pushing, the study counselors are pushing the students to ask for summer jobs and ask for theses and so on. And especially the young students, the ones that are not in their masters, but in their bachelors, don't be afraid to go and ask for a summer job.
No, not
You
at
can
all.
absolutely get a summer job, even if you've just been in the first year. You're a freshman or the next man. What's it called?
Sophomore, yeah. In American English, sophomore. Yeah.
So just go for it, as long as you can point out what you're good at and what inspires you, what you'd like to become better in, and why this particular working space would be great for you.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I mean, even if you do not get any of the opportunities, it's a great way to network, to
Yes.
talk. It's a great place to experience so many different people, so many different companies from all around Sweden. It's not exactly possible when you apply for jobs online. It's you get an interview, you talk to the one person in the one company, and but here if it's like you talk to at least like 50% of 175 people, and that's a lot of experience, that's a lot of practice. So I mean, just go ahead.
I must ask you, Sri, did you remember to take the names and contact, I mean, mail addresses and telephone numbers, perhaps?
Yes, I mean the exhibitors or the company people who were really interested in my kind of work, I was able to jot down their emails, get their contact, or connect with them on LinkedIn. Make sure to send them an email after the program. That is one of the pointers, and one of the ways which you can make sure the company recruiter remembers you.
Yes.
And that's one way to even if not this summer, maybe next summer, if not summer job, thesis, internship, they always need people. And if they have seen you and talked to you and they remember you, I mean, they are obviously going to give you a chance. So,
Yes.
I'm curious, and I'm sure our listeners are curious as well, to know about how ARKAD supports international students specifically.
I'm not sure how it is done differently for international students, but I have I did not attend, unfortunately, but I've read that you guys have CV booths, photo booths, and some of these additional ways of helping, and the pitch help which you mentioned. So maybe something like this, which is an addition, which could be an help for international students.
I absolutely agree. Giving that kind of lecture, lunch lecture, how to make a pitch and how to prepare yourself properly in advance for the fair could easily be made for the international students at the engineering faculty.
Mhm.
I'm certain of that. But then the rest, like you mentioned, the CV and maybe personal letter.
And the photo,
Yes.
for the...
That's the students. So the arranging committee.
Oh, I didn't know
That's what
that.
they make.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
We're not involved in that. And as a career counselor, maybe it sounds a bit weird that we don't help out with CVs and personal letters and so on. But we think that the Sveriges Ingenjörer, the union for the engineers in Sweden, that also have student membership,
Yeah.
very cheap.
Yeah.
They give excellent support in this.
Oh, okay.
And they are experts on that. I'm not. I'm expert in other kinds of support. And so are my colleagues. So that's why we don't do more than the pitch and how to prepare properly.
Yeah, but that's more than enough help, I feel. So, great job. Thank you.
And what advice would you give to someone attending ARKAD for the first time? Because there are absolutely people listening to this who are raring to go and getting ready to attend.
Do you want to start?
Yes, I mean, I have a long list. So, first of all, I am being an international student. I have said this before, I'm going to say it again. don't be nervous. Don't be nervous at all. It's a great place to, even if you fumble up, it is such a nice way to meet new people and talk about what you've been working with. You never know, you might make a friend who might help you later in life. So, just don't be nervous. Plan and practice. Practice your pitch. Don't just get up and go. Plan the companies which you want to go to, because not all companies, I think, have booths all around the time, and they have so many students coming in. So make a list of all the companies you want to attend. Make a priority list. Okay, this is the first company I'm interested in. Go to that booth first when you're full of energy and full of practice. Then I would say dress don't dress too formally. It's not an interview, but don't go in shorts, please.
Find a balance.
Yes, find a sweet spot. The Swedish dressing sense should, follow that.
That's very good. I'd say exactly the same. And also, if you're very young, you're a freshman, you don't want to or don't dare asking questions, it's okay just to move around in the exhibition place and eavesdrop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, look up. There is a dialogue. There's a conversation over there in that booth between a HR person and a student. Let me step up and listen to what they're saying to one another.
Yes.
How do the questions sound and what are the answers like?
Yes.
That's so informative for the student.
Yes, absolutely. One more point. A lot of people, they don't know how to start a conversation. This has helped me. You can try it out. Look for clues when you go to the booth. Observe the booth, observe the person. See if you can find some kind of common. This project or this picture. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, you have the same. Mobile. I'm using, or you have the same picture, which, when you discuss your hobbies, okay, you like to go hiking. Oh, where do you like to go hiking? That is one way to ease the conversation, which you can redirect then towards the company and things you're interested in. But starting on a lighter topic makes you relaxed and makes them relaxed as well.
Yes, that's a very good idea. Very good idea. I also think it's always good to have some question about what the company, and not what they do, because that's what you should be prepared on.
Yes.
You should know that already once you step forward. But what their challenges are, or even the person on the opposite side of the monitor to ask, what's the best with your company and how did you get your job here and what's your position like? You can kind of interview the person on the opposite side.
Absolutely.
There's so many things to prepare and to think about and to do. I also have something I would like to say on that about the exhibitors in ARKAD, and that is you can go and look for not just private companies, but also for exhibitors and employers that represent the public market, labor market, from governmental level to regional level to the municipal level.
Yeah.
Lots of these employers need to employ engineers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a great, very, very large labor market. And most of our students don't have a clue about this labor market. They always think about the labor market for engineers as a private sector, private businesses only. But it's not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question for you regarding this public sector companies. Are they very strict on the language being like an important aspect for interaction or working as a workplace requirement?
I don't think I can say that.
Okay.
I'm not certain, but I've noticed the past years that English is so much more commonly spoken at
In Sweden.
workplaces
Yeah.
in Sweden. So I wouldn't be surprised if the public employers say, well, it's okay. We speak a lot of English here. I wouldn't be surprised. But then there would, of course, be activities and special places that don't have English as the normal language when you work. But that's a fantastic. That's a very good question to ask.
Yeah.
Once you talk to them.
Yeah. And a pro tip here would be you can always say that, oh, I'm learning Swedish. And, by the time I get into the internship or till the summer job comes, I think I'll be able to fluently talk in it.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'd like to say that if there is a new alumna that is a representative on ARKAD, so in my story, this is a girl that just had her degree last year, and then she came to ARKAD as a representative of, it was a big biomedical company. I think it may have been AstraZeneca. And there were so many of my students from her program that lined up to ask her questions.
Yes.
So if the student that visit ARKAD recognize someone, that's just perfect.
Yes. It's great meeting your mentors and your seniors, seeing them on the other side of the booth, and it's like, oh, yes, and then you start having a conversation, you catch up, and then you can get down to business. Oh, do you have any positions for me? Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Maria, Shree, thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Lund University International Podcast. If you're interested in learning more about Lund University, you can go to our website, lunduniversity.lu.se. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X. And you can connect with our amazing student ambassadors on Unibuddy. Don't forget to subscribe, and we look forward to bringing you a new episode very soon.